Police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
Raiders versus Bengals. And this is the game plan.
What up, Lo?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? What's good? Raider Nation, we are on the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. We are live once again, and we are here for the game plan against the Raiders versus the Bengals. But before we get into that, y'all know what I gotta do. I gotta give y'all the Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. Remember, there's no Raider Twuan without the congregation, and there's no congregation without the Raider Nation. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yes, sir. Hey, hit that like button. Why?
Fucking Stizan.
Twuan, hey Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
That's right. And if you like the Raiders, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Quit playing with yourself. All right? I know it's the weekend, but quit playing with yourself. Go ahead and subscribe. All right. The game plan. Okay, we got the game plan against the Bengals. We are headed to the East Coast. Okay, headed to the East Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 10 o'clock game. Okay, let me say that now. People on the West Coast, it's a 10 o'clock game. Okay, so that means you got to wake up a little bit early to go see your team play. All right, so definitely wake your butt up. Make sure you're in front of the TV and get it in. All right, and those on the East Coast, you already know what time it is. Okay, go ahead and get there. Be there. Do what you got to do. All right. Now, before we get into that, let me say this, Raider Nation. You know, you got to set the clock. You know, the clock change. Okay. So get all that together, because I don't want y'all to be like, man, I missed the game because, you know what I'm saying, the clock changed. And okay, so don't do that. Don't do that at all. Okay. Make sure your clock is right. That's a part of the game plan. See, I'm giving y'all the game plan. Get your clock together so you can be in front of your TV on time. All right. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you like the Raiders. Here at Raider Twuan, we are here to talk our Raider gospel, and this show called The Game Plan is strictly my Raider gospel on what we should do against the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? We talk about offense, we talk about defense, we talk about coaching on both sides of the ball and teams. Okay, so that's why you need to subscribe. Anyway, let us get into business. Okay? First point of business in the game plan of the Raiders versus the Bengals is players to watch out for. Okay, these are players we need to look out for Raiders and Bengals. And you know what? I think I'm going to go with the ops. Okay? I'm going to go with the ops right now. And I got to say, Ja'Marr Chase. Okay, wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase is definitely a player that we have to look out for. Keep your eyes out for Ja'Marr Chase. All right, please. All right, we don't need Ja'Marr Chase to go for 300 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns. All right, that ain't the type of game we gonna need from Ja'Marr Chase. All right. Again, we know that he's a talented wide receiver. T. Higgins is going to be out this game. So, I'm foreseeing that the quarterback, Joe Burrow, is going to be really looking for and relying on Ja'Marr Chase to get it done in the pass game. They also use their tight end. And his name is he came over from the Dolphins. The name is slipping my mind right now. That's on the top of my dome. The tight end, but the tight end is there. He likes to use him on third downs, specifically to move the chains. So definitely, if it's not going to Ja'Marr Chase, it's going to the tight end. Okay. And then also on their side of the ball, defensively, Trey Hendrickson. Okay. Trey Hendrickson. That is their, in their land, they consider him to be the Max Crosby of their D line. Okay. Even though he ain't like that, you know what I'm saying? We know Max Crosby is Max Crosby, and Max Crosby does Max Crosby things. All right, anyway, that's me with the Raider cap on. All right, so but yeah, Trey Hendrickson is definitely going to be a guy to definitely keep an eye out on. Their O-line. And I'll break this down even more into the game plan. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The O-line is going to have some issues. They're going to have some issues because they're actually coming in with their backup O-lineman. Okay, so their offensive tackle Orlando Brown is going to be out, so they're going to have a backup there. And then they have the other guy on the other side is, I believe he's also a backup. So our defensive ends may actually have that might actually look good. Okay. And I'm giving you guys a little bit more of what the game plan is before we get into it. But definitely their O-line is going to be what I'm going to be looking at. Trey Hendrickson on their DN is a player that I'm going to be looking at. And then on their passing game, obviously, Ja'Marr Chase and Joe Burrow is their quarterback. So they'll be doing their best against our best, right? Now, I talked about them. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button. As you guys are going along, and also push that notification bell so you're notified when I do go live, because that needs to be refreshed every once in a while. Those that are a part of the congregation. All right, so players to look out for. Obviously, we talked about the Bengals. We're going to talk about now the best team and the team, the Raiders. All right. I'm looking, and just specifically this week is a little different. I'm looking at our O-line. That's who I'm looking at. And I'm not looking at one person specifically. I'm looking at everybody on our O-line. I think to be honest with you, I think this is going to be a time for our O-line to actually be its best potential. There's and I'll break it down even more. I see I'm starting to get into my final thought, right? But I'm looking at JPJ. Okay. JPJ is now going to be playing center for us. Our rookie guard, and that has been playing guard, is now going to be playing center for us. He played a little center last week, and actually he did fairly well. So I'm looking at JPJ to be consistent and ascend. You guys know my thing over here. You know, I need my players to do one of these. You know, get better and better. You know what I'm saying? Not one of these. Not one of those nosedives, but you know, one of those, and maybe not even that steep, but you know what I'm saying, a little flat, but still going up. I need JPJ to do that. I need him to get better and better by rep. You know what I'm saying? And even when he was playing guard, I noticed that his movements, you could tell that he was really still blocking as if he was a center. So it's going to be interesting to let him see how that fully plays out. Now, you know, history has shown that when we do have a new center, then there's issues with snaps. You know, the connection between the quarterback and the center. I'm definitely going to be looking specifically at JPJ on how he's snapping the ball. I remember, for those that do remember, you remember when it was Dylan Parham. Dylan Parham was center, and we had him out there, I think it was like last year, and he snapped the ball, and the ball looked like it had some, not syrup on it, it had molasses on it. It was going so slow. Like, it and then there was some ones that he was like snapping over the quarterback's head. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying JPJ is going to do all of that, but there might be some rookie mistakes per se coming from the center. So there might be a learning curve there. Be ready for that. But I'm definitely going to be seeing how JPJ in his full, his full start, how he's going to play that fully out. Okay. Now, I said I'm going to be looking at the O-line, so I'm not only just looking at JPJ, but I'm also looking at Dylan Parham. That's right. Dylan Parham is healthy, and he should be out there to play. Okay. He should be out there and ready to get it active. So if he's out there, I want to see how he plays coming off of injury. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time when players come off of injury, there's some rust there. There's some things that, they're still trying to, it's kind of like jumping on the bike. You know how to ride the bike, but you ain't fully doing what you used to do, right? We'll see what JPJ does coming off of injury. Now, when I said I'm looking at the whole line, this is what I'm seeing for our O-line, starting from left to right. I'm looking at Colton Miller, Jordan Meredith, okay? JPJ in the middle, which to be honest with you, I'm liking, because y'all know how I feel about the other center that was playing, right? Andre -3000, all right? But he ain't on here. We talking about JPJ at center, all right? And then at right guard, we got Dylan Parham back in his original spot that he was playing at. And then on the right side, we got bring on the Glaze. All right. DJ Delmar Glaze. All right. Shout out to Delmar Glaze. DJ Glaze, whatever you want to call it, Glaze Donut, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Glaze in your eye, glaze in your face, whatever you want to call it, DJ Glaze. All right. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me give him a brown cracker salute. All right. So those are the players that I'm looking out for. You know, there's other guys, players, definitely that are worth keeping an eye out on. But for me personally, I feel like focusing on that O-line, especially with this new nucleus, I'll say, even though they've been together, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, JPJ, you know, Colton, perhaps coming back, but, you know, Meredith's always been in and out, you know what I'm saying, he's always, and shout out to Meredith for being that guy, I'll say that, for being that guy that when someone is nicked up, he's always willing to slide in and get the job done. And I think Meredith is also a young lineman. So we got some young guys out there now. You know, you got the old man is Colton, but everybody else is a rookie or in their second year. Okay. And that's where our O-line is. So it's going to be interesting to see them go against, you know what I'm saying, Trey Hendrickson, and the rest of the guys over there in against the Bengals. But hey, they getting challenged, and it's time for them to step it up, right? So those are the players to definitely watch out for. Okay, let me know down in the comment section, you guys, your Raider Gospel on who you think we should keep an eye out on. Additional to the guys that I said. All right. Now, we're going to go to the next segment. And you guys know I got to bring some of the D. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it is defense time. All right. Defense. All right. You guys know, Raider Nation knows, if you living under a rock, you still know that in order for us to win a game, it got to be on the defense, okay? So, with that being said, there's some things that we got to do against the Bengals in order to win the game defensively, all right? And let me pull it up for you, because you guys know I got the little pop-ups. The little pop-ups. Hey, you guys already know my first one, because it never ends. Hey, we got to stop the runs, all right? Get some Pepto, stop the runs, all right? Look, it is important for us to stay on business and stop the run, okay? You can't have a situation where we just letting them run, and they ain't even get to the pass, all right? Stop the run, shut that down, get it in. There's some people there. Brown is their running back. Okay. Brown is their running back. Zach Moss, I believe he's still kind of a day-to-day situation. I'm not fully sure if he's going to be ready to go in their running back field, but I know Brown will be ready to go. So definitely defense, we got to stop the run. Okay. I like what I saw last week. You know what I'm saying? Tyree was getting a little busy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We had, Jenkins doing his thing. There was Adam Butler's been consistent. You know what I'm saying? A really steady force in the middle of our defense. And it's going to be on them to definitely stop the run, okay? Jack Jones, look, I saw you out there tackling last week. I need you to bring your tackle box this week, all right? Hey, look, hey, y'all going to get a whole lot of tags tonight, all right? But look, Hey, I need you to bring your tackle box. All right. Jack Jones. All right. And Bennett, I need you to strap it up. Get your tackle box. Okay. We need a tackle, especially on the outsides. Okay. It's going to be on you guys to tackle on the outsides. Diablo, hey, look, I know what it is, but I need you to bring your tackle box. All right. Bring your tackle box. Don't leave your tackle. You know, when you go, when people go to work, they bring their lunch box. I need you to bring your tackle box. Okay. Hey, look, that's the new phrase over here. We just added it. Welcome, congregation. That's going to be a new word. Hashtag tackle box. All right. You got to bring your tackle box. All right. Especially against this team. Okay. Got to bring your tackle box. Okay. Now, with bringing your tackle box, you got to be disruptive up front. We got to be disruptive up front in my next point, because Joe Burrow is a guy that if you allow him to sit in the pocket, he will shred you to pieces. He is a guy that can throw the ball all over the field. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be looking at Jamar Chase in the left, looking at Jamar Chase on the right. He's going to be looking at his tight end. He's going to be looking at it. If you just let him sit there, he's going to. Oh. All right. So we don't need that, okay? Be disruptive up front. We need to put some pressure on him. We need to speed up his clock. All of that, okay? That's how we're going to be able to be sticky on the back end of our defense, where Trayvon Merrick, you know what I'm saying, he's getting hands on balls and getting it done. All right. Power Mal, you know what I'm saying? I need Power Mal to get into the game. All right. Get him one. All right. But it has to be where we're disruptive up front. Okay. We know Max Crosby's going to bring it, but who else is going to come to the table? Is it Clavon Chason? Kaylavon Chason? Or is it Adam Butler? You thought I was sleeping. Don't sleep on Adam Butler, all right? Is it Adam Butler or is it Tyree Wilson? Y'all thought I was sleeping. Hey, he ain't sleeping. He got a sack last week, okay? We need to see if you can get one this week, all right? Anyway, but we need you to be disruptive up front, okay? That's extremely important against a quarterback like Joe Burrow, okay? Like I said, if you just let him sit there, he's going to shred you apart. Any defense is going to get shredded by a pro quarterback that is able to sit in the pocket and just sitting there for hours, okay? So we got to be disruptive up front. Got to do it, all right? And stick to your assignment, okay? Stick to the assignment. Stay on task, okay? Do your job, okay? You see the big words on the end of the sentence. Bring your tackle box, okay? Tackle, okay? Stick to your assignment. Don't try to be hero. Just do your job, okay? The coverage is going to work out. Everything's going to, hey, look, Patrick Graham is lining these guys up. Now, you know, it's on them to pick it off and all that. But he's lining up everybody. Just do your job. Especially against, you know, a quarterback like Burrow. You know, I keep saying it like that, and I'm being really honest with you. If you don't stick to your assignment, especially in zone coverage, it's easy pickings for a quarterback of his caliber. Okay, so stick to your assignment, along with being disruptive up front and stopping the run. I think we got something good going. And when we got something good going, we got to capitalize on turnovers. Not us making turnovers, but us taking these turnovers, taking the fumble, okay, that they coughing up. Hey, if the ball gets deflected, hey, I need a tip drill. All right, I need you. I need tip. Okay, I need those. Okay, and we got to turn those into 7 points. We can't be getting the ball at the 3 and not punching it in. Okay, we can't be getting it at the 5 and not punching it in. We got to capitalize on turnovers. Put some brown crackers in the chat if you with me on capitalizing on turnovers. All right. Yes, sir. We talked about the defense. Talked about the D. All right. And now, look, we got to talk about this offense. Okay? Talking about the offense. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you like the Raiders, go ahead and subscribe as we talk about this great offense. Well, maybe not so great, but hey, I think they're great because they're the Raiders. All right. Offensively, run, homie, run. Okay? And I'm saying this not because I say this every week, but I'm saying this for this reason. They're not good at stopping the run. Okay? So just like the situation we were with the Rams, that the Rams weren't good at stopping the run, we also got to be in that same situation where we capitalize on running the ball. Okay? And I'm going to say this early, and this is supposed to be for coaching, but hey, if we running the ball and we get 8 yards, and then we run the ball again and we get another 7 yards, and then we run the ball again, then the next play, what you thinking we going to do? We should run the ball. Okay? Run it. If it's working, run it. But if it ain't working, go away from me. Look, y'all know me over here. Y'all know me over here. All right. So run, homie, run. Okay. This is another opportunity, like I said, like we had against the Rams, where we could capitalize on running the ball. So with this new offensive, well, not new offensive line, but this new group of offensive line with JPJ being under center, let's see how it works. Let's see if let's see if Parham can move somebody. Let's see if Meredith can move somebody. Okay. Let's see if this O-line, instead of going backwards, can go forwards. Okay. Run, homie, run. Next point. Keep the QB clean, please. So fresh and so clean. All right, let's keep the QB clean. We got to do that. Why? Because we know who our quarterback is. Just being honest. Okay, we know what Minshew does. Y'all know what he does. I don't even know. Just go ahead and just put it in the chat. You know what Minshew does. Okay? So because we know what Minshew does, we got to keep the quarterback clean. Okay? So that again falls on this offensive line. Like I said earlier, the people that I'm actually looking at, we got to keep them clean, got to keep him clean. Okay? Now, what comes out of his hand, that's going to be on him. But we got to keep him clean. Okay? In order to have success this week. Okay? Got to do it. Gots to do it. And you know what I noticed too? As I get to my next point, as I was looking at tape, I noticed that we got to do this. Attack them on the outside. Now, attacking them on the outside could be in a run situation where you're sweeping and, putting pressure on their corners to tackle and their safeties, or just throwing the ball on, outside of the numbers. Okay? It's going to be important for us to do that. A lot of the opposing teams were actually capitalizing on the Bengals by attacking them and testing them on the outsides. Now, who can be that person? Jacoby Myers could be that person. A jump ball could be in play. Also, we just signed Ramel Keaton, the tall wide receiver. I believe, his quarterback was Joe Milton. So, he can get the deep ball. He can jump ball. He's been in the offense, so it's not like he doesn't know what's going on. He should know what's going on, so it's not like there's a learning curve there. Then you can also use the speed, right? Use DJ Turner, use Trey Tucker on a jet sweep or something like that. They try to use a double reverse one game, test the outside. Okay. And again, like I said earlier, if it doesn't work, hey, go to the next thing. Test, try it out. See what works. Don't get hard-headed and stay with something that ain't working. Okay? And I'll probably say that again because, we got to talk a little bit about coaching, but y'all know how I get it over here. Make sure you guys hit that like button as we go along. And you guys already know what I'm about to say. Please, no turnovers. Hey, look, I'm over here, I'm like, dang, did we turn into the turnover factory? You know what I'm saying? Is we instead of slinging Raider caps and jerseys, we slinging Apple turnovers over here? Like, what's going on? Please. No turnovers. No interceptions. No fumbles. Okay? Got to do that. Just like we got to keep the quarterback clean. Okay? No turnovers. No turnovers. We can't afford to do that if we are wanting to win. All right. We talked about the defense. We talked about the offense, and Brock Bowers is, he looking kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll get some busyness in the game. All right. But we got to talk about coaching. Yeah, you, Antonio Pierce and company. All right, coaching. And coaching ain't going to change for me. Y'all know what I'm about to say in coaching, and I'm just going to go into it even more in depth. Okay? Coaching. Be aggressive. Don't be conservative. Don't run, pass. Okay? Unless it's working. Don't punt the ball on they you know what I'm saying, when we be kicking a field goal. Or don't be punting the ball on 4th and inches. Okay? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Hey, look, if we go 4th and 1 and the play was down, it looked like it was gonna be a good one, but they made a good play, I could live with that. But we gotta go for it. We got to go for it. Okay? And not get blown up like, okay? That's why, again, going back to the offensive line, I'm looking at the offensive line, seeing, hey, how is that going to play out? How they do? Because if they become solid, I'm just gonna say it. Maybe our offensive side of the ball will actually be a little bit better. Okay. There goes the hope. There goes the optimistic side. All right. But we gotta be aggressive. Okay. That is very important. And I'm gonna get to your guys' comments because I see you guys in there getting it in. All right. And then the next one, make the proper adjustment. Okay. Like I said, if the running is cooking, then go ahead and put some more grease on it. All right. If it's cooking, go ahead and put some more grease on it and maybe sell a salad. All right. Look, don't change what's working. Okay. But on the flip side, change what ain't working. If you see our offensive line is getting blown up, quick pass. Okay. If you notice that our running back can't seem to find the hole, then pass the ball. Okay. Know when your quarterback is actually playing well. And know when he ain't. Okay. That's along with making the proper adjustments. Okay. And coaching staff, I need you to do both of those. I need you to be aggressive, but I also need you to make the proper adjustments. Okay. You guys, I talked about the offense. I talked about the defense. You know, players to watch out for. I talked about the defense, the offense, and I also talked about the coaching. Okay. Let me know. And as I give my final thought before I get into your guys' comments and questions. Look, I feel like this is another winnable game for us, but it's up to us to go ahead and take care of that. Okay. Defensively, I know that they're going to come it. They're going to bring it. And there's a specific reason as to why they're bringing it. And I'll explain that later on this week as to why the defense is still playing fairly well due to the situation and circumstances. But it's going to be on this offense. And what I'm hopeful for is, like I said earlier, I'm hopeful for this new cast of offensive line coming together. I think, to be honest with you, as much as you guys know, I've been talking about Andre -3000. I feel like because the pressure is right up the middle when he's in there, it messes up the whole offensive system. So my hope is that if JPJ can, Jackson Powers Johnson will actually anchor that middle, then that'll open up and free up some things in our offense. That's my hope for today. That's my hope for this upcoming game. Now, is that going to happen? You know, we'll just have to wait and see. But again, I think if we do that, keep an eye on Chase. Keep an eye on that tight end is killing me. Oh, Gesicki. Yes. Gesicki. It's Gesicki. It finally came to me. Gesicki is their tight end. Okay, so Jamar Chase and Gesicki are the guys that Joe Burrow. Those are his go-tos. Now, will he throw it to other people? Of course, but when he really wants to get it, to move it, he's going to go to those two guys. Those are going to be his bread and butter guys. So definitely defensively, we got to keep an eye out on those two in the pass game. But I think, like I said, I think this is a winnable game. I'm still hopeful for this team to turn it around. I'm not saying that they're automatically just going to, shoot up to the Super Bowl or anything, but I want to see some improvement. I want to see some people get better. And again, just to see people grow. So it could be a real good game, as a close game, or, unfortunately, it can get ugly. But I'm leaning more towards the optimistic side that if we limit our turnovers and if we continue to play the defense that we've been playing, with the right field advantage, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. And when I say be all right, I mean in terms of I think we'll have a fight on us in Cincinnati. Okay? Let me see what you guys got in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you guys like the Raiders, go ahead and subscribe. Shout out to everybody. I see you guys in there. Quick roll call. Alfredo. A-Train is in the building. Okay? Cool Kev, I see you. $2. Okay? My boy Cool Kev is in the building. SoCal Sal, good to see you, man. Blessings to you. Navy Vet, hey, my guy. Good to see you. Gord, good to see you, my guy. Blessings to you on today. Rambo from Thailand, my guy. Cheers. Yes. Doppler Ganger is in the building. Okay. I'm going to read your guys' comment. I'm just shouting out everybody that has put their name on the roll call. Hey, Cliff the Big Black Dog is in the building. My guy, Cliff the Big Black Dog. All right. Hey. That's what I call him over here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I call him. You know what I'm saying? Cliff the Big Black Dog. All right. Hey. Cliff, good to see you. Y'all getting it in, talking to everybody. I see you guys talking to each other. For sure. John Leon is in the building. Blessings to you, man. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Okay, John Leon. Okay. For sure. All right. So, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to actually, if somebody wants to pull up, you know what I'm saying? Put pull up in all caps, and then I'll shoot the link. If you want to give me your Raider gospel on this game, We can do that for a little bit. I do got a little time. In my busy schedule. Until then, I'm gonna read some of you guys' chats here. Salute. I see you guys. Good evening. Oh, okay, you talking about, okay, I see you. After the Super Bowl appearance, it get worse every year and year. You must be talking about the Niners. Oh, Raphael, good to see you, my guy. Blessings to you. Hey, Raphael, hey, I need to when you gave me a shout out the other day, I need to clip that. I love how you did that in Spanish. I would love to put that on the channel. Yeah, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? I I don't speak Spanish, but I got some translators. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Everybody shouting out everybody. I love that. I love when the congregation, you know what I'm saying, is greeting everybody. Cool Kev came in with a comment. Parham and Mumford are the only picks. That panned out in McDaniel. Hey, look. You know, I don't got the tape, you know what I'm saying, in front of me to break down all they picks, but I will say that Parham and Mumford, hey, they doing all right. Okay. They doing all right. Now, can they get better? Of course. Now, I would like to see a little more out of Mumford, but I really was hoping Mumford would really take that right tackle spot and claim it his own. But we shall see. And there's some interesting things, Cool Kev, in regards to Parham and Mumford. So definitely got to look out for it. Actually, let me just tell you right now, those two guys, their contracts are actually going to be coming up soon. So because of that, there should be some motivation on their end to prove that they're, that they want to be here. Or we're just going to have to, meet them at the crossroads. You know what I'm saying? And let them, but definitely, I like Parham, and I would like to see a little more. I like to see a little bit more out of both of them, but Mumford's probably a little more. Like, I want to see a little more out of him, particularly. Again, that's my Raider gospel. Why we gotta always wait to BC to put the right play? Hey, look, hey, I'll say this because I think you're talking about the offensive line. When JPJ got drafted, I was saying, even though the Raiders were saying different, I was like, the writing is on the wall for Andre James. Okay, I said Andre James, but y'all know I call him Andre negative 3,000. Why you ask that? I call Andre James Andre negative 3,000 because when he gets rushed, he goes back negative 3,000 yards. Okay. He's always going backwards. Okay. So he's giving up yards. And I'm just saying, in an entire season, he's probably giving up about negative 33,000 yards. All right. Anyway, back to the topic. Okay. So I knew that I felt like the writing was going to be on the wall when JPJ was going to be drafted. Now I know that they had to, make Andre James feel happy and you're still our guy, whatever. But his play has plummeted from even when he first started being the center. And again, there's just something about him not anchoring that center of our line. So I think this adjustment might be really what it is. And if JPJ really does well at center, then the writing's really going to be on the wall for Andre, because I believe Andre's contract is almost up or we're close to getting out of it. Okay? Hey, cool Kev, you already know. Anyway, you crazy, Kev. You didn't think I was going to put that on the screen. That's how crazy I am, Kev. Anyway, Doppelganger said JPJ should have been center. Yep. Exactly. Now, I'll say this in terms of the organization. I don't believe that they felt that because JPJ was actually the best center coming out of the draft. Okay? But I don't believe that they thought that JPJ was going to be there in the second round. Because remember, JPJ's a second rounder. When he was projected to be in the first round. So going into that, remember, it's free agency before, free agency before the draft. So they were like, hey, I guess the best thing to do is re-sign this center that we have and build around that until we can get, what I'm saying? Even if they didn't feel fully comfortable with Andre, right? They still needed a center. Okay? So at this point, after the draft and after getting JPJ, it's like, okay, now we got JPJ, and JPJ was looking good in college, and let's see what he got now. And that's where we're at. So, I think, again, the writing's on the wall for Andre. And like I said, with the line that we have, our old guy is Colton. So you have a young, now you're starting to create, and this is if Parham and Thayer and Glaze, they continue to ascend, right? Now you have a young nucleus on your O-line. Whereas the old guy and the young guys, you know what I'm saying? The one old guy, I'm not saying Colton's hella old, but, he's the older guy, right? And then you have a young group that's together, right? Imagine that. Imagine if these guys actually ascend you know what I'm saying, and improve. I'm not saying they're going to automatically be all pros, but if they, you know, if they get better, but then they're getting better together. And that's important for the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about in the offseason when the offensive line gets together, they eat together, they hang out together, they do a lot of things together. Why? Because the things that they do on the field has to also match what they're doing off the field. It for the most part, right? They the chemistry, the camaraderie, the togetherness, right? That all gets reflected on the field. So it'll be cool to see if this young nucleus with Colton can get it done. Okay. Okay. You talking about Jacorian Bennett, number 0 coming out party? Hey, look, hey, I've been talking about Jacorian Bennett. I like Jacorian Bennett. You know, I was kind of skeptical about him earlier in the, early, because he was coming off an injury, but he's always deflecting the ball. Doing his job there. I think the next step for Jacorian is to actually get his hand on one. Okay, start picking the ball because he's in the area. He's right there. Obviously, he's there because he's making a play on it with his hand, with one hand or whatever. But I need you to start. Hey, get in front of that. Hey, you thought you had me beat. Hey, got you. All right. And I think that's where Jacorian Bennett can take his next step. Jacorian Bennett does still have speed, you know what I'm saying? And that's his benefit. So it's going to be interesting to see how he evolves, right? Yep. Yep, he did. It kind of it got scary though, Alfredo. Well, not Alfredo. I'm sorry. It got scary for a bit because he was injured, right? And you know how we are about players that get injured. It's like, man, what are we gonna do? What is, So yeah, that part. Alfredo, yeah, I see you. I see you right here. Doppelganger, yeah, man. Last year he had his rookie mistakes as expected, but he's probably he's probably our best corner. Hey, look, yeah, best corner. That is, the word on the street. Okay. And again, you guys know I let you guys talk your Raider gospel. Okay. Some people still feel like Jack Jones is that number 1, but then some people also say that Jacorian Bennett is that number 1. Okay. Either way, I like it. Okay. I like it. Did anybody say pull up? Anybody wanted to pull up? I'm just gonna put it in the chat. I don't know if anybody said. I'm just because I'm reading your guys' comments. I got let me see. Hey, one day I need a. I'm gonna say it over here at the congregation. One day I need Cliff. I need Cliff, the big black dog, to pull up one day. I need Cool Kev. You guys are Cool Kev is my dude. Hey, Cool Kev, I need you to pull up one day. Okay. I need to see you guys. John Leon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I need you to pull up one day. I'm not saying you gotta do it today. I know some of y'all is just listening, but pull up. The link is available to you. As I read your guys' comments here. Hey, you guys is talking some good stuff. That's why I like the congregation. Okay. The congregation, and let me give y'all the brown cracker salute again. Look, the congregation is the best chat. I said it. Is the best chat that YouTube has. And ever. Okay. The ghost of YouTube is the congregation. Okay. The GOAT chat of YouTube is the congregation. And here you go. Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. And I needed that because brown crackers are just so good. All right. Also, you guys, as I talk about brown crackers, make sure you guys check out my shorts. Okay. Who Ate the Brown Crackers is now on shorts. Okay. What you do on Wednesdays sometimes be on the shorts. Go ahead and check out my shorts. Share them out with your friends and family. Okay. Let them get a laugh at it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is available to you. Videos, shorts. It's there. It's there. All right. And hit that like button. Just hit the like button on all the content. Okay. It'll help others. It'll help other people join the congregation. Now I lost my place. Hey, Cool Kev, I see you. Hey, don't be telling people what I be doing with Shirley. All right, don't be telling people what I be doing with Shirley, Kev. I can't even put that on the screen. All right, I already know what you're talking about, Tip Drill. All right, anyway, see, Cool Kev. Look, let me stop. You go get me off topic. All right. Alfredo. Look, hey, Alfredo. Look. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Hey. There you go, Alfredo. Hey. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, oh, look, hey. Oh, Cliff. Cliff. Wait a minute. Hey. Look, Cliff. There we go. Who else? If y'all want to have me fat, I'm going to be like 300 pounds after 5 years of YouTube. Like, all he do on his live is eat brown crackers. What kind of show is this? I got to. I can't help it. First of all, brown crackers is good. All right? It's good. Go get you some. Get you some brown crackers. All right? Quit playing with yourself. Go ahead and get some brown crackers. And also, they keep putting it in the chat. And because y'all put it in the chat, I got to give y'all the brown cracker salute. All right. Brock freaking Bowers. Okay? Hey, Brock Bowers, hey, I don't know what he gonna do, but you better do something, because we gonna need him to do something. Because about on our offense side of the ball, he's about the only one that's doing something. And that's word to somebody's mom. All right. I didn't say your mom. I just said somebody's mom. All right. That was a hip hop term. Word to your mother. All right. You know what I'm saying? But not your mom. Somebody else's mom. You know what I'm saying? I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl. Now you got me singing. Alfredo, has JPJ played center at all this? He played center last. He played center last game. Andre James got hurt during the last game. The Chiefs. Why was I drawing a blank? He got hurt during the Chiefs game, and JPJ had to come in. Well, not come in because he was already on the field. He had to move over to center. So he played center last game. Not the whole game, but he played a couple of snaps at center at the end of the game. So this week, JPJ had the opportunity to actually practice all week at center. And actually, Coach Antonio Pierce talked about it and said, hey, JPJ's been working all week at center, and that's what we're going to do. Okay? Even if Andre James was able to come back, he said, we just going to roll with not Andre James, Parham, because Parham was coming back. They were like, hey, can Parham slide into center? Because remember, Parham plays center, right? He's like, nah, we just going to roll with JPJ. Okay? So, yes, he had some NFL snaps, live, bullets flying last week. Hey, look, hey, can you hey, I do it every time I can. Okay. Anytime his name come up, Andre James, Andre -3000, he gets the work because he gets blown back like, you know what I'm saying, Brokeback Mountain. All right, anyway, pause. No, that ain't even a pause because I don't pause, I press play. Anyway, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know what's going on with Andre James, but his play has definitely declined. I'm gonna skip you guys. I'm gonna skip a few of you guys. I see you guys read. I'm reading your guys' comments though. Hey, look. I thank you. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot to me. I try to do my best here. You know what I'm saying? I try to share my Raider gospel. I just hope that it goes out. I hope I'm making sense. I'll just say it like that. I do my best, you know what I'm saying, to look at film, and there's a lot of things I do behind the scenes just to be able to get in front of the screen for you guys. So definitely, you guys, I appreciate your words. And please share this out with your friends. and family. That would be appreciated. Doppelganger said, "Hey, can Riddler be any worse than Minshew?" I doubt it. Hey, that's your Raider gospel. Hey, look, look, I'm trying to be very nice, you guys. Look, Minshew, it sucks when you can say the majority of your losses were because of one player. I'll leave that there. A quarterback that has more turnovers than touchdowns. And let me tell you guys this too, because I looked at the stats. When you look at stats, for those that don't know, they don't record unless you have like a real in-depth stat getter. They don't record the fumbles. So that game that Minshew actually turned the ball over 4 times, it looks like he only did it 3 because they only counted the 3 interceptions. Because it was 3 interceptions and then he fumbled 1. Okay? So if you count all the, and I'm not just saying the interceptions, but when you count all the turnovers and when they happen, I'll let you guys do your own math on who was to yeah. That's why, and I'll say this too, that's why I kind of gave Getsy some grace because of how bad our quarterback play has been. You know, I don't want to say what can he do when the quarterback can't throw the ball, but right? So I'm hoping that Ritter could actually be some kind of spark. Not saying that Ritter's automatically going to charge us to the Super Bowl, but at this point, let's just see what he got. Kind of like we're testing out other things, like we're testing out JBJ at center. Does it really work? Or is Jacoby Myers really a number 1 wide receiver? We're testing that out right now as we speak. Yeah. Let's test it out. And I hope that possibly he gets some snaps. I'm not saying he needs to take over fully at quarterback. But let's see. Let's see. The only way that we're going to figure out what we got is if we put him out there, right? Alfredo over talking his Raider gospel said we ain't got nothing to lose. Minshew body language is obvious that he, yep. Yep. It's bad when he knows that, he knows that he ain't playing right. I think he said it in the other press conference, I don't think I've ever played this bad. Like, yeah, dog. You look, Minshew's hit an all-time low. And that shouldn't be the case. Raider Knight, good to see you. Okay. Doppelgang said if you're really trying to prove that we're not trying, oh wait, let me read this right. If you're really trying to prove that we're not losing on purpose, then we really gotta go out. We gotta go out there and put a huge product on the field, showing that we can dominate, not just go for mediocrity. Hey, you know what it is? I'll say this in regards to that, because I will be get ready for that next week. I'll be talking about I'll be doing a whole live deep dive on the word tanking, and not saying that you're saying that, but that's kind of there. So yeah, I'll be doing a deep dive, okay, on tanking in regards to the Raiders. And I'll tell you guys what I feel about that. Unfortunately, where we are with the roster we have, there's injuries, there's a lot of things as to why it's not going the way that it should. People fail to forget about the DA effect. DA was pulling coverages and allowing the other wide receivers to have a little more freedom. Now they don't have that anymore. And that's just one facet of why specifically our offense ain't doing well. But with who we got, we're still competitive. I'll say it like that. May not be winning games, but we're still, for the most part, we'll be in the game all the way until the fourth quarter. And it's with some of these younger guys, but they still, whoever it is, wearing the silver and black, they better have some fight to them, because that's what we're about. Okay. A lot of people, there's a lot of people out here, in the fandom that are fighting. I'm fighting. I have multiple fights that I'm fighting at this moment. So, and And some of you guys may know, some of you guys may not know, and that's fine. But we're just hoping that they fight as much as we fight. And they believe as much as we believe. Yeah, you know what, Cliff, you know, that's how I, you know, it does look grim, but I also kind of lean more towards lean more towards being optimistic. But hey, that's your, you know, like I say, that's your Raider gospel. I respect, you know, I respect your opinion. I really do. Because I ain't gonna lie, there's times where I do feel like, dang, we can't win. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we do. It's like as soon as something happens, bam. Billy Davis, good to see you. Hope all is well. Thanks for coming in. See if any late comers. Make sure you hit that like button. Willie Wayne, good to see you. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you guys like the Raiders, go ahead and subscribe. Or you like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to be a Raider fan. We do have some people that are not Raider fans on this channel. And they're welcome as long as they're respectful. Okay. I see you said been a Raider fan since 84. Okay. Nice. Thanks for coming in. Like I said, if you have not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hey, and Cliff, that's where I'm at. Like I said, I hope they win every week. I watch the TV just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to go to a game later on this year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna, no matter who it is, I hope we pull it out. And that's why I do what I do every week. You know what I'm saying? I missed last week because I wasn't feeling well. But you know, I come on here and do the game plan every week. I tell you guys, hey, this is what we gotta do in order to win the game. We gotta do this, we gotta do that. You know, I see some opportunity here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm about. Is, hey, let me give you the opportunity. Let me say, hey, here's the opportunity. Now it's up for you to capitalize on it. Okay. Like I need you guys to capitalize on that subscribe button. You see how I use that? You see how I put that together? All right. Doppelganger. We've been squeaking under us. What a bit we need to blow over. I keep seeing us lose by a score or two, or a score or 10 points. Sorry. When we're going to show that I say there's progressions to this thing, and definitely that is a progression. We're in a position where, you know, we gotta, like the motto says, just win. We gotta just win, okay? But then there's gonna be a point, and hear me out. There's gonna be a time that we're gonna be not just winning, but it's gonna be just dominate. We're gonna be, you know, blowing people out. You know, we're gonna be, you know, oh, the starting quarterback is sitting in the third quarter. We letting the backup, you know, the little young pup that's the backup, you know, get a couple of snaps so he ain't feeling scared when he come out there. You know what I'm saying? eventually it's going to be that way. But we have to have some stability in certain places and allow that stability to manifest itself. The downfall that I've been noticing in regards to the Raider Nation is that we hire and fire so fast. Now, some of it we can't control, and then some of it we can control. Okay, and you guys can play that game. But we got to get rid of that guy. We just need it. He's trash. Like there's a line of, okay, we just need to keep that guy. And that's where you notice when I'm on a lot of other shows, I'll just, especially if it's a rookie, I'll be like, hey, we just going to keep him. Like everybody talks about Tyree, right? Perfect example. Everybody talks about, Tyree got to go. Tyree's a bum. Tyree's a bust, right? I'm one of those ones like, hey, Tyree's here for 4 years. If he don't show us in 4 years, okay, there's no need for us to give you the 50-year option. Now, if we want to give him the 50-year option because he's a first-round pick, we can do that. But that's a little more money. Not a lot of money, as if we were going to get him on in free agency, but some money. But I feel like with Tyree, keep him here till his rookie contract's up, then talk money. If he balls out, hey, Tyree, we gotta respect you. Right? If he doesn't ball out, then we gotta respect you. And say, hey, we want you back for $2 million. Take it or leave it. I'm not saying that's exactly how much, but I'm just saying whatever the fair, based on his production, hey, this is how much we want you for. Take it or leave it. That's the same thing, and I'll say this too. That's the same way I feel about Kuntz. We seen Kuntz flash, but Kuntz is injured. And because Kuntz is injured, that's a different price. So, Kuntz, if you was healthy, you might have got 20 mil a year. Because I think that's about how much these pass rushers is getting nowadays. And I'm just saying based off the market. I might be a little bit off. But now he's injured. Yeah, I might throw a little 8, 9. I'm just telling you, showing you the difference, right? But definitely with Tyree, don't get rid of him while he's under cheap labor. If Tyree is our last defensive end on our depth chart, but he's a rookie, I'm cool with that. I'm real cool with that. Okay? And that's kind of where we are as a team. We can't afford to just let, draft picks go. Unless, there's something off the field, like Arnett, like a Ruggs, yeah, you got to let those guys go. But if they're trying to work it out, doesn't necessarily mean they got to be a starter. They could be the third or fourth guy that may not even see the field. You know what I'm saying? and that's where, you know, they could even be that you know, practice squad 53 practice, you know, like we got that, like Nesta Jade. I'll say it like that. Nesta Jade is our limbo guy. Nesta Jade is on the roster 1 week, and then the next week he's on the practice squad. Then he's doing that. Draft pick, but he's doing the hop, right? Now, when that contract is up, then, hey, Nesta, you didn't produce the way that we needed you to produce. So, because everybody gets a dollar amount. I'll say that. For the most part, everybody on the team at the end of the year, if they are a free agent, will get a contract. Now, what contract will they get? I have a guess, and I'm only going to be on here for a couple of about 10, 15 minutes, but I'll let him come on and talk his thing. I'm glad he's here because I know he has a perspective, and I'll let him cook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my friend, your friend.
Yo, what's up? Raph in the building.
Raphael is in the building. El Capitan. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So, even though that we're getting prepared for the Las Vegas Raiders versus Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, if you're talking about for like Jackson Powers Johnson, I mean, first and foremost, between for the last performance, I mean, he was terrible at the center, like calling out like stunts and blitz. But there's no surprise that since he was playing tackle for the college, and then Tom Cable moved him to the center for like personal reasons. But a line of Miller, Meredith, Parham, Jackson Powers Johnson, Glaze, by far about like the 5 linemans. So it'll be like in a nice how to kind of play together, like form them real. So if they can young some reps and start getting like that will be like awesome for the future. But the online coach still worry about that because according for that, it's gonna be like a really difficult because after we're getting smashed, we're getting destroyed by the Kansas City Chiefs. Also, fuck the Chiefs. I mean, this is gonna be like a do or die. I mean, if they couldn't do it like anything tomorrow, just like anything, I mean, they look like very bright about for the defense. I mean, it's like it's not gonna be like really pretend they're like trying to everything. I mean, I understand that they still got a lot of glaze, like got a lot of flaws in that, but I mean, they're standing like a standing up for like everything. I mean, it looks like between for like Miller, Meredith. I mean, this is like the most potential that we can have out of this week. I don't think that we're going to like the tank mode, but I'm really going to expect it because this will be like the best opportunity to get the offensive line to get on some gaps and actually the run game going. But I don't think that we're going to necessarily win into that game for the obvious reasons. But if this online could really set up its liking for the starting line going forward, that'll be really interesting how much the online does with that combination. I mean, for the record, Minshew still stinks. We had no run game. All the another negative stops. Yes, I'm just saying that the defensive line is really set when it comes to healthy. And if his work is going to be like in good shape.
Yeah. Now I was reading Cool Cap's comment. He said Lucky get 30 million. I don't even think he'll get 30. I think at this point, because I mean he's not getting a lot of sacks. But we'll just see how it plays out. Because like what happens if he flashes kind of like Kuntz did, but stays healthy?
Yeah, exactly.
Then what? Right? Now you have, you know what I'm saying? Now you really got, because right now they're trying to play Tyree. You know, it seems like he's trying to play a little bit of the inside now. You know what I'm saying? Now they're letting him do that. So, you know, it could be a possibility that we bring both of those guys back. Kuntz on the outside, Tyree, you know what I'm saying? And then Christian Wilkins. Like there's a lot. Like, do I still have it? Let me see if I have it.
Man, it's gonna happen. I mean, there's gonna look at a lot of potential. I mean, some of the players are getting better, and they really can turn like a strength into like. Also, he's not gonna be like an offside to be in the center. I mean, the only concern that we just got it is Dylan
Keep
Barham with
talking.
his injury. Yep.
It'll look like that.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like a major problem. But after that, I just saw for the injury report of Christian Wilkins. I know that some things are gonna be like downfall about that. I mean, if some of the practice of a week and doesn't look like a good sign. But between for Goltz and Miller, I mean, they almost like a having no preseason, but it's feel like they're back in shape. I mean, currently, like it's gonna be like at the center of the team. And Andrew James, they needs to be rotational. But Meredith is the only like the weakest link, but he's been playing pretty decent at the guard, so probably the C. But our best players, it should be along the field. In the future of Jackson Powers Johnson isn't in the center, they get a lot of experience there. If Meredith could be like a long-term starter as a guard, they're gonna play him. I know between for the defense or around for all these teams is good, not that good, but filling out for the entire the offensive line is really, really hard. Pause. But with Colton Miller, I mean, it's like the oldest online at 29. So we can gain confidence, so we can build like a more than just a true trio of those guys. That's very big. But for a long time, I mean, some of those players is devolving into the what maybe like a really phenomenon that goes for the online. But assuming the guards we work, we have found like a real star online that can be here for like the long term. Like it's gonna be like a huge week for the offense if that one could be work. Hey, Billy Davis. Yep, Willie Wayne. There you go.
And Willie Wayne, I think our O line I'm optimistic, but I think our O line is already built. You know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah, you can build around it, and of course we can always improve and beef up. You know what I'm saying? But just I'm gonna have to put it together. Put a picture of that of Colton Miller, Meredith, JPJ in the middle, Parham, and then Glaze. And then you got Thayer, you know what I'm saying, as a swing tackle. You know, I've said that a couple of times, but that's how I see our offensive line. So with them being so young, with everybody either being a rookie or a sophomore outside of Colton Miller, like that's where the team can grow together. Like, just think about it. If you hang around somebody 3 years straight, the same reason why our defense is good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying they're good despite what the offense does to our defense. Because a lot of the reasons why our defense ain't playing well is because of what our offense had, the field advantage that they get. But the reason why that defense is playing so well is because they play together. 10 of the 11 guys that are our starters were guys that are return guys. The only guy we added was Christian Wilkins to our starting group. Now, I know right now we're in our depth of our defense, but even those guys have been together for at least 2 to 3 seasons. You know what I'm saying? Outside of, you know, a couple of our pass rushers like, you know, Chason and Snowden, you know what I'm saying? But everybody else has been on that defense, and that's why they're playing well. So if our O-line could do that, you know what I'm saying, have that type of chemistry together where, hey, we were rookies together, we were sophomores together, you know what I'm saying? Now we can really, you know what I'm saying? Now we got a quarterback that actually can really throw the ball. Like, there's a whole lot of things that can open up, but you're right. I think it really starts with JPJ being a center, and then figuring out where we can beef up around that offensive line.
Yeah, exactly. And I really hope that Jason Power Johnson did what was like into like a top center, because that's more like very difficult to fill it out, because that's why centers are being like so underpaid and guards are paid almost as much as the tackles nowadays, because they don't go like at a 1-versus-1 against a defensive tackle ledger most of the time, because they don't need to have those insane measurables and athleticism to ensure them pull out. But I'm very glad that Jordan Medity has been like at a solid. I mean, so far, I mean, hopefully he does very well as he does like at a different positions, like left guard, right guard, so he can solidify position as a starter, because they don't seem like it has a huge upgrade over Whitehead or having in this one. But I really get some experience to get about this year and keep like, I don't know, the same or the new one lineup into the Nets. I mean, that could be great at all. That could be great.
Mm. And I think it's also good too, you know, like you were saying, Rafa, is like, you know, white hair and those guys, they're old. You know what I'm saying? And and even if they did play well, that's not going to help us in the long run. You know, it's better to let these young guys learn, let these young guys grow, because again, you got Parham under, you know, right now currently under a rookie contract. You got JPJ that is a rookie. You got 3 more years out of this season, you know what I'm saying, left in his rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? Glaze, same thing. This is his rookie year. You got 3 more years of production that can come out of that specific guy. So to have that, again, that's where the longevity comes into play. And also, like I said earlier, from moving to just win to just dominate. When our O-line actually can block and open up holes and you know what I'm saying, all of that, that's when we'll be dominating.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Because they just wanted to get realized that, well, not many players, I mean, they just wanted to keep like the opportunity to be like something about for like potential. I mean, between for the Cincinnati Bengals run game are not very good at blocking. So that will be like a good running game for us, because in some point, I mean, the running backs still have no vision and the quarterback still doesn't tread anyone downfield. So I don't hold it on a huge improvement, not being like very terrible. It should be like really help. But I thought it'd be like really same. It felt like it just giving like the opportunity, because what's Samir like rush for over like 100 yards for this game? Also, that's kind of like very disappointing, but also it's not gonna be like a trading away, because there's no reason that real benefits it at all. I mean, coaches and players doesn't have to really tank it at all. I mean, is it not going to like improve this roster is very talented, but there are some things that if they want to learn doing it before is gonna be like a playing all the starters, because we're not gonna sail into everyone. I mean, some of those players are remarkably talented, very dynamic, but they're always looking for work to do during plays, and they love to see him hitting fish blocks far downfield. I mean, will be like their less hole to field, but it probably is gonna be like a draft. Look at another one like interior other line, but they'll be bald. But also they will need like to spend a high pick or a catch when they have like a bunch of other needs.
But Billy Davis, I want to answer your question, but I want to be specific on answering your question. You said what would we want in the draft? Are you asking me for quarterback? Are you asking what position are you asking me specifically? If you're asking me, let me know what break it down even more for me so I can do my best. Me and Rafa can do our best to answer that. That'll probably be one of our last questions there for the night, though. But definitely, Billy, if you're on, tell me that. Doppelganger, hey, look, do we need a running back? That's a wait and see.
Yes.
Because I think if this O-line actually gets it together, you might actually see Zeus play well. You might actually see Madison play well. You know what I'm saying? It might change the way that our running backs are. Now, if that doesn't happen, then yeah, you might want to look, you know what I'm saying, at running back, because again, you have Zeus. I think Zeus is still under rookie contract. I would still keep him.
Exactly.
But you have Madison. You're paying money for Madison. And let's be real honest. Is Dylan Lawby that ready? So you might have to draft. You might have to draft a running back. You might.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. But here's the thing. I mean, between Ferales and the Madison, Samir White and Dylan Love, I mean, the running back room became like a recipe for disaster. I mean, this is gonna be like a really bad because they're not worth rostering. True. Yep. I mean, for the first 2 weeks, it's been like atrocious, but it seems like there's no indication this is gonna be like a lot of change. But with transfer Madison, I mean, rightly being regarded as very great, but the passing option of this game is what the Raiders need to pass. But what's slinging it down for like a downfield lot indicated it might be like very consistent and hard to predict. I mean, it's speaking about that. I mean, there was like a lack of red zone usage and production, but it doesn't have like a Zamir White that's not that very far look like a complete on that offense. But if you had like a very hard bar for a rostering when it comes to running back in like the leagues, I mean, doesn't have like an opportunities along where rostering. But if we're gonna to draft like a running back, I mean, there's like a lot of college football prospects, but if it comes to like a huge impact, but if it comes to like the running back, I mean, what if it happens? What if it happens? I mean, between for the running back room, I mean, it's gonna be like a really worse between for Alexander Madison, which is the only one who really understand about for like division and improvement, but also there is a wide deal of love. I mean, it's not that really working at all. But when I just saw like at a college football, and to be honest, because I was watching some of those games on Saturday and of course from Friday, but it seems that there was like a few players that could really involve into that roster. I mean, if you check it about like Harlan Berry, well, there is Davidson, Anthony Rogers. I mean, if you saw like one of those film starters on the running back, it could be like something important to see how is great is the vision, how is great is the Pete, how great is the improvisation. Because look at this one, number one the prospect, which is Harlan Berry from LCU, from Louisiana. Also, there's Eckling Deer, very great at all from Alabama, also from Clemson, Gideon Davidson from Christian Academy. I mean, those guys, they just realize, because if we want to draft a running back for the next season, I mean, we just have like a huge improvement of the running back.
Yeah, that 31 Cliff, I had this on the screen because I wanted to get to it. The 31 situation, to be honest with you, I think it's because we're not getting pushed with our offensive line. I don't think it has anything to do with our running backs or anything. I think it's really because we're getting pushed backwards instead of going forwards with who was at our offensive line, and you guys already know who that is. So that's why I'm optimistic about what's going on in regards to the new guys. That's with the new guys there. Let's see what kind of push they get with this offensive line. You might be surprised, and we might just win, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but hey, we're coming to the end of it. I will be dropping. I might drop a video on who I believe I want at quarterback. So I do have somebody that I don't want quarterback. James, good to see you, man. Good to see you coming in.
Salute to you.
You're gonna have to catch the replay, bro. Yeah. Hey, we've been almost for 2 hours. Wow. But Rafa, do you got anything on the Bengals game before we leave?
Oh well, I just wanted to realize that tomorrow I'll be doing like a play-by-play at 1 p.m. But I just wanted to really to expect what they have for the Raiders running game. So there's like two grades. One, they're gonna improve the running game. Number two, the offensive line, they do a lot of things better. So that will be like the two keys for that game against Bengals. And then tomorrow I'll be providing like a play-by-play and of course reactions between for Las Vegas Raiders versus Cincinnati Bengals on my channel. So if you see anything, so there it is, my name, Capitan Rafuccio on YouTube, and of course in every social media. There you go.
Yeah, you definitely want to check out my brother over here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, get the you doing it in Spanish, right?
Oh yes, indeed.
Yes. So if you want the Spanish rendition of the Raiders game, that's where you
got the perfect guy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I understand that I'm not going to speak anything in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So don't expect me to call the game in Spanish. Go see my brother Rafael over there. Over. See, I always get it wrong.
Yep.
That way, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go. There you go. That way. Okay, that way.
yeah. So hit up Rafa, man. Hey, I went over there just to show him some love, man. And he was. I didn't understand anything he was saying, but I knew he was talking Raiders. So definitely go over there. For all the people that want to hear it, you know what I'm saying, in Spanish, definitely. He's a great guy to do that. And he does a lot of other great things on his channel too. So you do not want to miss that.
Yep.
Shout out to Rafa. Rafa, good to see you. I'm going to close it out.
All right.
Hey, Rafa came in, showed some love, you guys. Hey, we're going to be talking about the game plan. Obviously, we talked about the game plan. If you guys haven't watched that, go ahead and watch the replay. Hit that like button. Subscribe. I got a whole bunch of content that is out now and on its way. Like I said, get ready for my deep dive on tanking. I got that coming. I'm also going to be breaking down what Minshew Mania is. Okay. I'm going to be breaking that down for you. Also, lives, shorts, videos are all coming your way. So definitely you do not want to miss that. Hit that like button. And remember, 2 for 1 Nation podcast will be going on Wednesday. Okay. 2 for 1 Nation podcast. It will be here and at the SC Raiders Talk with me and my brother Eric from the SC Raiders Talk. I'm trying to get there we go. So definitely when you see this, that is my weekly thumbnail for our show. So definitely you do not want to miss that on Wednesday at 5. I don't know what I'm going to do post game for this game because I got some things that I got to take care of. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be watching the game where I shouldn't be watching the game. But anyway, you didn't hear that. You didn't see that. Anyway, but yeah, so just stay tuned. Hit that notification bell because I do go live at random. I do collaborations with all content creators. So if you are a content creator, hit me up on IG at Twuan, TWUAN. Okay. Also, that is also the same place where you can get prayer for you or your family members. Okay. Everybody in the chat, everybody that's under the sound of my voice, hit me up on IG if you need prayer for you or your family members. Remember, your business is between me, you, and the Lord. I don't put your business out there in the street. So whatever you tell me is between me, you, and the Lord. Okay. So if you need me to pray for it, hit me up on IG and I will be in prayer for whatever's going on in your life. Over here at Raider Twuan, we are advocates for being an organ donor. That is right. Here at Raider Twuan, we are advocates for being an organ donor. If you're interested in getting that information, it is always in the description of all my videos and all my lives. I make sure I do that personally. Okay. So definitely you want to get the link, check it out. If you're just interested and want to look at it, go ahead and look at it, but definitely consider yourself for being a donor. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the DMV and do it that way too. But I also, like I said, you can do it with the link that I have on all my videos and all my lives. Also, you guys, I appreciate all the love and support that you guys give, all the prayers that you guys are giving to me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. We are growing in the way that the Lord wants us to grow. And I appreciate that. Please take a moment to please share this out with all your friends and family members that are in the Raider Nation, or that, you know, would like to hear what's going on with the Raiders. I am here to share my Raider gospel on the Raiders, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to make sense of what craziness that goes on within the Raiders organization, and again, just share my Raider knowledge on the topic. So definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you guys do this.
Fucking Stizan.
Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
And I really do mean it. You're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go, Raiders.
What up, Lo?
We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia man, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams. Tonight the Twuan in Burrow, and a tribute to Cincinnati and Bengals. We declare that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.
Hey, Raider Twuan here. You must watch one of my videos or lives. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and it's right there. Or if you want to watch one of my videos, watch it right there. And let's go, Raiders.